Welcome to Lesson 3 of Building a Website with ChatGPT. In this lesson, we will apply what we've learned so far to build a simple website with the help of ChatGPT. First, let's start with planning and designing a website with ChatGPT. Before we start coding, it's important to plan out the structure, content, and design of our website. This includes defining the purpose of the website, creating a sitemap, and wireframing the layout. ChatGPT can assist with generating ideas and providing guidance throughout the planning and design process. Now let's move on to building a website with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript using ChatGPT. We will create a simple website with a header, navigation bar, main content section, and footer. We'll use HTML to define the structure and content of the website, CSS to add visual style and layout, and JavaScript to add interactivity and functionality. ChatGPT can assist with generating code and providing guidance throughout the coding process. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a basic understanding of how to plan, design, and build a simple website with ChatGPT. In the next lesson, we'll dive deeper into website design with ChatGPT, including principles of good design and incorporating media into our website.
All right, so we are back in ChatGPT and we're ready to get started designing our website. So I've already asked ChatGPT to create a list of ways that it can help us to design a website. And the list that it provided us with starts with establishing clear goals and objectives. So the first thing that we're going to do is ask ChatGPT to establish clear goals and objectives for the Healthy Habits website. Write out clear goals and objectives for the Healthy Habits website.
Sure. Here are some clear goals and objectives for a website focused on promoting healthy habits. Goal: to provide users with information, resources, and support to help them adopt and maintain healthy habits. Objectives: increase user engagement with the website. The website should encourage users to interact with the content and tools provided to learn about healthy habits and take action towards adopting them. This could include sharing content on social media, bookmarking helpful resources, and signing up for a newsletter. Improve user knowledge of healthy habits. The website should provide users with reliable and accurate information about healthy habits, including nutrition, exercise, sleep, and stress management. This information should be presented in a clear and user-friendly way, with appropriate references and links to additional resources. Foster a sense of community and support. The website should create a sense of community among users who are interested in adopting healthy habits. This could include forums, chat groups, or other interactive features that allow users to connect with each other and share their experiences. Encourage behavior change. The website should provide tools and resources that support behavior change, such as goal-setting worksheets, exercise plans, and meal planning tools. The website should also provide regular feedback and encouragement to users as they make progress towards their goals. Increase website traffic and engagement. The website should be optimized for search engines and social media sharing, with regular updates to content and resources to encourage users to return to the website over time. The website should also track website analytics to understand user behavior and optimize the website accordingly. These goals and objectives should help guide the design and development of the website, as well as ongoing updates and improvements to ensure the website remains effective in helping users adopt and maintain healthy habits.
Awesome. So the next thing that we're going to do is ask ChatGPT to create a clear and consistent visual identity for our Healthy Habits website. Write out a clear and consistent visual identity for the Healthy Habits website.
Sure. Here's an example of a clear and consistent visual identity for a Healthy Habits website. Color scheme. The color scheme should be bright, fresh, and invigorating, with a combination of green, blue, and orange. Green represents healthy living, blue represents calm and peacefulness, and orange represents energy and vitality. The colors should be used consistently throughout the website to create a cohesive and visually appealing look. Typography. The website should use clear, modern and easy-to-read typography, such as sans serif fonts. The typography should be consistent throughout the website to create a cohesive look and feel. Graphic elements. The website should incorporate relevant graphic elements, such as illustrations of healthy foods, people exercising, and nature scenes. These elements should be used consistently throughout the website to create a cohesive and visually appealing look. Imagery. The website should feature high-quality images that are relevant to the website's content, such as pictures of healthy meals, fitness activities, and relaxation techniques. The images should be consistent in style and quality to create a cohesive look and feel. Logo. The website's logo should reflect the brand's values and mission, such as promoting healthy living and well-being. The logo should be simple, memorable, and recognizable, and it should be used consistently throughout the website to create brand recognition. Overall, the visual identity of the website should be consistent, visually appealing, and reflective of the brand's values and mission. This will help create a positive user experience and encourage users to engage with the website's content and tools.
All right. At this point, we are ready to start creating a website with ChatGPT. But before we get started, we need to create a Riplet account that we'll use to add our code and that we will use to host our website. So go ahead and go on to Google and type in Riplet. And we'll be clicking on this Riplet link. And here you'll be asked to sign up for Riplet. So I've already signed up. You will sign up either using a Google account or you can sign up with an email address. So once you've signed up and verified your email account, the next thing that you'll do is you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. Here, we're going to go ahead and click Create Ripple. And we're going to be using CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. So you can go ahead and click on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And here is where you will provide the title of your web page. So because we are creating a web page for a company called Healthy Habits, I'm going to go ahead and name mine Healthy Habits. And as soon as you click Create Ripple, you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. Here you will notice that along the side, the left side, you have 3 files that are already created for you. You have an index.html file, a script.js file, and a style.css file. We will be using all 3 of these files to create our web page. If you take a look in the center, this is our code editor, and this is where we'll be adding all of our code within our code editor. So here we already have the basic template, HTML template set up. And if you take a look over to the far right, you will see the preview area, and you'll notice that the code from the center has been output on the far right. So this code was used to output the words "Hello World." Now, if we wanted to change or adjust this, we actually could go ahead and get rid of everything that's within the body tags. And here we could put "Welcome to Healthy Habits." And we'll go ahead and click Run. And as you can see, now the words "Welcome to Healthy Habits" has been displayed in the output area. So this is the tool that we're going to use to create our web page, or actually website, with ChatGPT. So with that being said, let's go back over to ChatGPT and let's start creating our web page. All right, we are now back in ChatGPT and we are ready to start creating the code for our website. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with a very simple website, and we'll just make sure that it has a header, a nav bar, a main section, and a footer. And we're just going to use this to demonstrate what can be done with ChatGPT. So we'll go ahead and we will ask ChatGPT to create a code snippet that can be used for the Healthy Habits website. And we'll tell it to make sure that it has a header, a nav bar, a main section, and a footer. Create a code snippet for the Healthy Habits website and make sure that it has a header, a nav bar, a main section, and a footer.
PHP copy code less than doc type HTML greater than less than HTML lang equals n greater than less than head greater than less than meta charset equals UTF-8 greater than less than title greater than healthy habits, empowering you to live healthier less than title greater than less than link rel equals stylesheet href equals style. CSS greater than less than head greater than less than body greater than less than header greater than less than h1 greater than healthy habits less than h1 greater than less than p greater than empowering you to live healthier less than p greater than less than header greater than less than nav greater than less than all greater than less than lee greater than less than a href equals hash greater than home less than a greater than sure.
All right, so I went ahead and disabled the text-to-speech feature for the most part because it's just, at this point, it's just reading off the code. So here is the result that you will get after requesting that ChatGPT create a simple website for our Healthy Habits website. So before we actually use the code or add the code into our code editor, I want to bring a few things to your attention. Number one, we need to make sure that in our prompt, we request that ChatGPT create a code snippet. And at this point, using the keyword code snippet is what you will use to get this result. So a lot of the times, especially because ChatGPT is considered steerable, or it has steerability, meaning it will get to know the user. And if you're using ChatGPT to create or to write code often, then it will get used to providing code snippets. But when I first started creating websites or coding with ChatGPT, its initial response was that as a language model, it is not able to generate code. So knowing that it is able to generate code, I was able to, through research and just trial and error, understand that you have to, in the beginning, it's important that you add that keyword code snippet. And a lot of the times, even if it did not reject your request, it would still provide the code, but it would be in text form. And the code snippet format is just a lot more user friendly because you don't have to highlight all of the code. As a matter of fact, it provides you with a copy code button. So now we can simply copy this code. So I'm going to click copy code, and then we'll go back over to our code editor, and I've erased everything in the index.html. So I simply highlighted everything and click delete. And this is what it looks like when there's no code. So now we can go ahead and paste the code that ChatGPT has provided us with. And before I click run, let's go ahead and look at what it has given us. So it did give us all HTML, which is great. So we will have to go back and request the CSS style sheet, but at this point it's provided us with the HTML. So let's go ahead and click run. And you'll notice that when it comes to the website, it's provided us with a lot of content. And if you remember from the lecture, the HTML is used to structure the website. So with the HTML, we are adding the content that we will use on the website. So at this point, it's not too aesthetically pleasing. However, it does contain a lot of the information that we want to have on our website. So this is great. Now, when it comes to stylizing the website, that is when we're going to use the CSS file. So now that we have the content, we'll go back over to ChatGPT and we will request the CSS for our code. Provide the CSS for this code. So here it's saying that unfortunately it cannot provide the CSS for the code snippet you provided, and it is not included in the message. So what we'll need to do is go ahead and copy this code and ask it again. We'll just say so I've gone ahead and asked it to provide the CSS for the following code. And I think I'll go ahead and put it in quotation marks.
Here is an example of the CSS code for the provided HTML code.
Awesome. So now we have the CSS for our HTML. And at this point, it is as simple as clicking copy code, and then we'll go back over to our code editor. And now we're going to click on the style.css file. They have provided us with some starter code, and we can go ahead and leave that there. So we can come to the end of line 4 and click enter. And then we'll just paste what we copied from ChatGPT. So here we can go ahead and click run. And you'll notice that it has now styled our web page. It's given a very nice sans serif font. We've been provided with a header. We have now a nav bar, which there are blank links on this nav bar at this point. We have a welcome message, and then down here we have what was originally a list has now been turned into, it's still a list, but it looks like it's now, the display has been adjusted. So we may need to tweak this code just a little bit, because at this point, when the screen is open to full screen, everything is kind of running together on the our products and services section. So one thing that we can do is, at this point, we can ask ChatGPT if we needed to. We could ask ChatGPT to correct the spacing on the our products and services section. And in order to do that, again, we will need to copy the code, because ChatGPT can be used not only to write code, but also to optimize the code and to test the code and also to debug the code. So a lot of the times you'll need to copy the code, and we'll go back to ChatGPT and we'll see if ChatGPT can adjust the spacing in the Our Products and Services section. All right, so we're back over in ChatGPT, and we will tell ChatGPT what the problem is and see how ChatGPT responds. So here, notice that I have requested that ChatGPT adjust the spacing, and I used a very natural language in explaining the problem. I may need to be a little more specific and say that the text is running together, but at this point, we're just going to try it like this and see how ChatGPT responds. Also, notice that I've still added the quotation marks around the code. All right, let's go ahead and send this.
To adjust the spacing in the Products and Services section, you can add some margin bottom to the unordered list element inside that section. Here's an updated code snippet.
All right, so at this point, it looks like ChatGPT has understood the request, and ChatGPT has provided us with an updated code snippet that we can now use to replace the original code snippet that we had in the HTML. And here, actually, we won't need to replace the HTML, but probably
this updated code, the unordered list element inside the Our Products and Services section has a margin bottom of 20 pixels, which creates some space between the list and the section below it. You can adjust the value of margin bottom to your desired spacing.
So here, ChatGPT has provided us with, an inline style for our unordered list. So one thing that I will say is that while ChatGPT is a great coding assistant, you will definitely have to have some experience or at least familiarity with coding, because some of the things that ChatGPT will do just won't be the ideal method for solving a problem, but it will solve the problem. So depending on your coding style or how you have already started the code, you'll need to be able to take what ChatGPT provides you with and translate that into a format that works best for you. So here, ChatGPT has given us our style in inline form, and we're actually using an external style sheet for our styling. So we need to be able to, and of course this will still work. So we could just copy this and paste it, which is what we'll do. We'll copy and paste it into our code editor, and it will work because the inline styling will override the external style sheet at any point. However, if we were to go back later on and decide that we wanted to adjust the margin bottom for this unordered list, we would or could run into problems if we were trying to adjust the unordered list in the external style sheet and the inline styling had already been applied. So there are some small things that you want to be mindful of while coding with ChatGPT, but that does not change the fact that this is an amazing tool to use, and ChatGPT is still an amazing coding assistant. So let's go ahead and copy this code. We'll copy the code. We will go back over to our code editor. And now we'll paste this code in place of what we already had. So let's go ahead and delete this and we'll paste it in. And let's go ahead and run it. take a look at the style, because at this point it looks like there's still an issue. So this is the new code, but we still have, nothing has been really adjusted. And it's more so because if we look at our unordered list, here it is. So if we look at our unordered list, the style sheet has actually applied the display flex, and ChatGPT has provided us with a solution that has been added inline. And in addition to the fact that it's added inline, we are now faced with the issue that it's not going to necessarily fix the problem, because we have display flex set on our unordered list. And so that basically took the, if I comment the display out, you'll notice that you'll see why it's not fixing the problem. So I'm going to go ahead and comment this out and click run. So here we still have an issue in this section. So let me see if there are any other areas that have been set to display flex. And basically it's setting it to display flex. The website was created to be responsive, and that's great. However, the actual elements have just some small issues that need to be tweaked. So we've removed display flex and we're still having the problem. Let's go back over to index.html, and I'm also noticing that the latest posts in white, which is pretty interesting. So let's go back over to the style.css and let's see. So this is the header. This is the nav bar. Okay, and here's the main and the footer. So at some point the color has been set to white. Here it is. And we need to change this to black. Go ahead and save that and click run. And it looks like it's still not changing. So we'll need to come back to our index.html and just double check. All right, so yes, our style sheet is, okay, here we go. It's just updating slowly. Okay, so now that that problem was more so around the code editor updating slowly.